All right, hello everybody. Welcome to our next lesson here. U.S. government goes to war. This is for our unit or the unit World War II. Our objectives and standards. Take a look at them for a minute, please. And our desired result. I should say desired result up here. Cross that out. What did the government do to support the war effort? So that's what I want you to think about. What are the certain steps that the government took to support the war effort? I'm just putting that correct thing up here for you real quick. 1 second. My apologies. So controlling the economy, with an increase in war production, there were less consumer goods for people to buy. Supply dropped while demand rose quickly. So this could cause an extreme rise in the price of products, which could cause a financial crisis similar to the Great Depression. So Roosevelt came up with a solution to stop the impending crisis. He created the Office of Price Administration, or the OPA, and what they did was they froze the price of most of the goods. Congress also raised income taxes and expanded to include those who had never paid it before. The higher taxes reduced the demand on goods, so people had less money to go out and spend on, luxuries or certain items. Again, like we said, so people had less to spend. People were then encouraged to use the money they had spent, that they were saving, to buy war bonds. The government also needed to ensure production for the war effort. So the War Production Board, or the WPB, was in charge of directing industries on what to produce. They also worked to organize collection drives, such as scrap iron, tin, paper, cooking fat, anything that could be collected and reused for soldiers to use in the war effort as well. Another thing the government did was in 1943, the Smith-Connally Anti-Strike Act went into effect. So this limited the right of workers to strike in industries that were critical to the war effort, such as maybe steel or iron or coal. We don't want our industries going on strike and our soldiers overseas not having the necessary resources to fight a battle because people are striking at home. The president also said that he had the power to take over, like a coal plant or an iron factory if these plants did go on strike. And finally, we have the reality with rationing. So the Office of Price Administration also enacted a policy of rationing for Americans. So remember, rationing is a fixed amount of goods necessary for the war effort, such as food, clothing, and gasoline. Meatless Mondays were some of these concepts. So Americans were told to, not have meat on Monday to save meat for the soldiers, or sugarless days or flourless days, things like that. And Americans did follow this for the most part. They were also given ration books to, when they went to the store, to only buy a certain amount of food, to save food for the soldiers overseas. And then, like this poster says here, many Americans also carpooled or rode bikes to save gasoline. So like it says here, they do it so can we carry more to win the war. Like talking about carpooling and not having so many cars on the road to save gasoline and things like that. Alright, so that kind of covers it here for what the government did to help support the war effort. Try your best on what comes next, and talk to you guys soon. All right, in our closure, what did the government do to support the war effort? So think about some of the things, some of the programs or ideas the government put in place to help with the war effort, and that'll help you answer your questions. Please try your best on the questions that follow and let me know of any questions or concerns. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night and hope to talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.